Has the world of business travel changed forever because of the coronavirus? Are meetings no longer going to be something that we see as such a part of business? There's a lot of talk about that, and let's address that right now. And I want to hear from you what you think. Hi, I'm Terry Brock. I'm a professional speaker. I've been doing this for many years now, traveling around the world. You know what it's like. You get on airplanes, you go to hotels, you speak, and you're bouncing around. It's a nice lifestyle, but also it can be a little bit draining. But now all of that has changed because obviously for safety reasons, there's a lot more concerns about traveling, going here, getting on airplanes so close to people. And even if you have masks on, all these kind of things, I'm going to leave it up to the authorities and the experts to figure out what's the right thing to do in the right time. But I want to take a look at where businesses are heading today and what they're talking about. Saw a couple of articles today that I wanted to share with you that have some real insight on that and can affect you, particularly if you're doing much traveling. This one was one in the Wall Street Journal saying business travel won't be taking off amid coronavirus. We're seeing that it's making some major changes in what's going on and how people are going to respond. Matter of fact, let's take a look at some of the other things here that I think are kind of interesting, and I'd love to hear from you and get your perspective on this right now, because as we look at it, they say corporate America's wings are clipped. And some CEOs say it is better that way. After months of doing their jobs from home, many executives' employees say that all those hours in the sky and nights away from home may not be necessary going forward. Interesting, because we know there's a lot of advantages to having meetings where you meet with someone, you see them face to face, and that is a big part of why we want to get together, why we do it. But they're saying that a lot of decisions are being made that are a little bit different. I like this particularly here. They talk about Hayden Brown, Chief Executive of Upwork. We use Upwork a lot. It's a great service that helps people match. I've been talking about that for a long time. Helps employers hire freelance workers. Said at her company, in-person interactions are still important for certain special events, such as kicking off a new product. But here's the key. But what used to be considered necessary business travel is being redefined. That means we're looking at it differently, thinking, okay, hey, do we really need to do this thing that's what we did before? Do we really need to get in there and go to the meetings physically? Can we get something done without being at the meeting itself? And a lot of businesses are saying, wait a minute, why do we need to send someone for 3 days out of the office from the East Coast to the West Coast for a 1 or 2 hour meeting? Sometimes that's exactly all it is. It's just a 1 or 2 hour meeting. It's real quick, and it's something that we take up a lot of time versus you could spend more quality time with a lot of people online. And I think that is something that the world is opening up to. The real key is the psychology of it. People are more open to doing business via Zoom, via Skype, via other tools that are available out there. And we're seeing a great increase in that. And so that's something that's affecting us right now. Matter of fact, also there was a tool here, an article that was in Forbes magazine written by Brandon Busted. And he talked about corporate education will never return to the classroom. Through numerous conversations with brief learning and human resource officers from companies around the globe, it has become quite clear that corporate education and training will never, that's an interesting word, never return to the in-person classroom. It goes on to talk about where corporate education is, and people want to look at the expense and time of bringing together groups of employees for in-person training is exorbitant in comparison to, here's the key that I've highlighted, high quality online versions. That's the key. It's not just a matter of doing something online, because so many of those meetings we've seen are just, frankly, terribly boring. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, terribly boring because they don't take the time and the effort to make it interactive. You can use things like polling, the breakout rooms that are in Zoom that help people to get alive and involved, and with the right safety measures in place, bringing key people on the screen to say, oh, we've got an expert here. Sally Smith is over there in New York. Sally, come on the screen. Click, click. Sally's on the screen giving her point of view. Go, thank you very much. Oh, and we've got another comment here from Los Angeles from Jane Johnson. Jane, click, click is now on the screen, and we hear from her on what they want to do. And we can hear from a variety of people. Go back into breakout rooms and have people work on specific projects. And you can do that not just one time for that one big event, but doing that, let's say every Tuesday and Thursday for the next 8 weeks. We're going to do it at 3 p.m. and you get together, et cetera, and we have people join us from around the country, something like that. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to get rid of in-person meetings. No, I think there's a value to that. I've been around it long enough, 30-some years now, and see the value of those in those chance meetings you have in the hall, the breakfast there when you're at a site and you come in, you're meeting with different people from around the country, from around the world, talking about something, the meetings in the bars in the evening when you can lighten up, loosen up a little bit, really cover a lot of good ground, or go out to a special event, share that experience together, and you create some wonderful memories. Yes, there is a big place for that, but I think the point is, right now, our world has changed. We are now more open. Business says, hey, we can do a lot here with video. We don't always need to be in person. We can actually see sales increase. Sales can go up because we got a chance to do more than just spending all that time, money, and energy for the one meeting. Well, there's a lot of things to consider about that, and I'd like to hear from you. And as a matter of fact, one of the ways that we can do that is I've set up a special program, 20withterry.com. And what it is for you, go over to 20withterry.com. You can watch the video there, see if it's something that you might be interested in, and then apply. We are not able to accept everyone, but people that say, hey, I'm an entrepreneur. I want to get things done. I want to learn more about technology. I want to help you on that. In those 20 minutes, put it down into like 10 minutes. What is the problem? I will listen to it. We can even talk a little bit before, or you can send some information before. We'll know a little bit about that. And then I can be laser focused to help you. And if there's a chance of working, I do a lot of coaching, a lot of consulting with people where we might be able to work together later on. And if it works out, that's great. And if not, you're going to get some value that you can use. Go over to 20withterry.com and let me know. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you. So our world is changing dramatically. We're seeing meetings in a different perspective now. We're looking at education and getting the job done. We have got to drive results directly to how we can benefit both the top line and the bottom line in business. I'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe to this wherever you're seeing this and follow me. I would love to stay in touch with you and keep giving you great information like this. Let me know what other kinds of videos you'd like to hear from. And I will look forward to hearing from you. I'm Terry Brock, and I'm wishing you the very best.